Good morning, guys. Today I thought I would film a day in the life for a couple reasons. I think it'd be fun and interesting to see what it's like to homeschool and public school at the same time. If you're new here, I have an 8-year-old daughter. She attends public school, but right now, because of the pandemic, that means she's learning at home through the school, which just consists of an hour of math and an hour of ELA every day. So we do a lot of supplementing. If you're curious what we use or what I use for preschool, I have a video, I'll link it up above, of what we specifically use to supplement her education. But I also wanted to show, a realistic day in the life. I see a lot of them start out with, a cup of coffee being poured and slow music playing in the background, and that's just not me. I don't even drink coffee. I don't like coffee, it makes me jittery. But I wanna give you an idea. I think a lot of the videos out there are very, like Instagram, they're filtered and they look a particular way. So this is me. A couple things. First, you won't really be seeing my kids' faces in my videos. I don't think the internet is the place for kids, and I want to respect their privacy. They're obviously pretty young, so they don't really able to say, hey mom, I don't want to be in a video. So that might change when they're older, but right now, they're not going to be in there. So I'll try to get some interesting angles for you. Also, I chose Monday because my husband has a day off. I got more hands around to help me because video obviously takes longer. I don't want you to get the impression that I'm doing this all by myself because my husband tries to help as much as he can. So it is 6:38. I try to get up by 6:15 every day. And again, I don't start with coffee or anything like that. If you really want to know, I start my morning with a glass of water. And I take my thyroid medication because, hey, welcome to being in your mid-30s. I have hypothyroidism, so I have to take that in the morning and I can't eat breakfast for an hour after that. So by 7:45, I try to accomplish 4 main things. I try to get my kids breakfast ready. My daughter has to log in at 8:15 on her iPad, so everybody has to get up and be fed. I unload the dishwasher, that way I can get the breakfast dishes into the dishwasher. I make their lunches, and it might seem weird, why I make lunches if they're not going to actual school. It just makes things easier, that way they can just grab it if I'm busy or if I'm still doing preschool with my younger one. And then I try to start a load of laundry every day. We are a family of 5. And there's always laundry, and we cloth diapers, so there's always laundry, so it just helps me keep on top of it, and a load a day isn't too bad. So I will, take you along and show you guys what it looks like. Obviously, all I did was I got up, got dressed. I don't normally wear makeup, so I'm not putting makeup on to film this video. I'm not doing my hair. I don't normally do my hair. No shade if that's you, but I'm a person that has always enjoyed that extra 10 minutes of sleep. So I'm being real with you guys. I'm not going to change who I am just because I'm in front of a camera filming. I want to give you guys a realistic view. I think we do a disservice, especially to a lot of mothers out there, when we give not a genuine portrayal of ourselves. So let's go. Alright, I'm gonna just start getting breakfast ready, and at the same time I will get my daughters their water for breakfast. Dishwasher is empty. And then I will finish up making breakfast. Again, these are the ingredients I use for oatmeal. Notice that the creamer is gluten-free. I'm going to give you a look at what they're having for breakfast. On Mondays we always have oatmeal. So when I showed you this stuff I usually put in it. Again, this is celiac-friendly oatmeal. We are a gluten-free family. So it's just oatmeal, raisins, and my 8-year-old and 4-year-old will have a bowl of this and my 8-year-old will have an orange. This is an idea of what my 1-year-old has. And the little trick I use is this creamer. It has no sugar in it. It's gluten-free, dairy-free. But it gives it that nice vanilla flavor. A lot of the prepackaged oatmeals we can't do because they're not gluten-free. So to make it taste good, I just put a little bit of that for flavor, and it cools it down. And then my 1-year-old and 4-year-old will actually split this banana. But I'm waiting for them to wake up before I open that up. And that is breakfast for Monday. Here I'm just getting my girls' vitamins ready for the day. They both take 2 multivitamins. That's what I have in my hand right now. Again, these are gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free. And they're chewables. My daughter, my 4-year-old, has celiac disease, so she also takes a probiotic for her stomach. Alright, little check-in here. You'll have to excuse the light. I have a skylight in the middle of my kitchen, so it makes lighting a little weird, but you can tell it's getting... there we go. It's getting later. So it's 7 a.m., which means it's time for me to wake up my 8-year-old and get everyone up. Alright, so my daughter's up. Dishwasher's unloaded, breakfast is obviously made, so it's time for me to start lunches. And I'll show you what we use. Big fan of the Planet Box lunchbox. Stainless steel, comes with magnets. This is my 8-year-old's, and this is my 4-year-old's. I've got to say, I bought this year. Not impressed. It's already dented. Doesn't do well in the dishwasher, so I ordered her own Planet Box. That should be coming in the mail sometime this week. Alright, so we have lunch made. So peanut butter and jelly, watermelon, cucumbers, Baby Bell, gluten-free Annie's granola bar, Skittles, similar. Again, I'll just pack these in the fridge, and they can grab them when it's lunchtime, and it just makes my life easier. It is 7:20, and this is normally the time I would do kind of my cleaning chore for the week. Every day I try to tackle something specific so the house is clean and I don't have to go crazy. But Mondays I usually have things like, since my husband has the day off, errands or projects to do, so I don't have any cleaning tasks specific for that day. So we're actually going to be working on the garden today. I'll show you guys that later. But since I'm done with most of this stuff, what I'm going to do now is clean up the dishes I made, making all breakfast and lunches, and then hopefully my daughter will be done by then. We will take the dog for a walk around the block before it's time for her to log in for her math Zoom. Alright, welcome to my creepy unfinished basement. But I thought, you know, I'd show this part because I have to do laundry. I don't have a beautiful basement to do my laundry in. My house is over 100 years old, basement's unfinished. It literally looks like, you know, it could be a scene in a horror movie. But it's what it is. It's real life, which is what I want to show you guys. So I'm gonna get a load of laundry going. Alright, me and my 8-year-old will be, of course she's gotta bring her vlogging camera too. Me and my 8-year-old are gonna take the dog for a walk around the block. This is Grant. He is a almost 13-year-old dachshund. Alright, let's go. Alright, just got done taking the dog for a walk and it's cold. I'm looking forward to the days when it's actually warm for that. But it is 7:50, so at this time I will check my email, Facebook, social media, do that kind of stuff. At 8 o'clock my husband will get my 1-year-old out of bed, get him dressed, changed, and all that, and down for breakfast. And then I will have breakfast. I am sitting down for breakfast now and just have exactly what my kids had. Oatmeal raisin and an orange. Alright, it is 8:15, so my 8-year-old is getting ready to log into her Zoom for math. And she just used my desk right now, so she's got all of her stuff, her iPad, her supplies. Alright, this is my 1-year-old done with his breakfast. He just threw it all on the floor. How nice of you. A real life here. Alright, it is 8:45. My 8-year-old, you can probably hear, is on her math Zoom for school. My 4-year-old's still finishing breakfast. She takes forever. My 1-year-old has eaten, cleaned up, diaper changed. She's playing in the room right now. He will play until about 9:30, where he'll help me clean up toys, and then I'll get him ready for his nap. But yeah, just one-on-one time with him and me right now. Alright, it is 10 a.m. My 8-year-old just finished her live math Zoom lesson with her math teacher. Give you guys a look at what that looks like real quick. So she still has to do like an online lesson on top of that. So I'll flip you around real quick. So if you're curious what they're learning, this is what they do. They do a worksheet together and follow along with the teacher. And then they just do an iReady little thing. And usually they'll have games one day, they'll have a worksheet one day, so it changes a little, but this is their main thing. And I put this here for her, for a manipulative, so she understands even odd a little better, so. Alright, when my 8-year-old is finishing up with that, I will start preschool with my 4-year-old. Now she's 4, but she's doing kindergarten level work, I would say. So I'll flip you around, and if you're curious of what I specifically use to supplement my 8-year-old's education and what I use for my 4-year-old, I do have a video up, I'll link it up above too, of the specific curriculums I use. I even have what preschool looks like video too, I'll link that as well if you're curious on specifics. All right, this is our layout here. We are on the dining room table because that's just, I like to spread out. So she's currently working on her highlights calendar. She's finding the day. And I just use the Confessions of a Homeschooler printout in a little pouch here, and she'll trace this, she'll find the number, and if she wants to trace that, she can, I don't make her. She'll do that, put a sticker on the day, so she already found today, because today is Monday, and then we'll go on from there. Alright, so she's just gonna... little bee. Yep, you're gonna do big B on this side, and then you're gonna dot the little B's on that side. So which are you gonna do first? You're gonna do Boba Fett, or you're gonna do Bantha? Boba Fett. All right, let's find all the big B's. Oh, you gotta shake it a little. There you go. We're gonna work on our numbers. Now she can do 1 to 100 from memory, but I'm working on her being able to see the number and know what it is. So I have these wooden tiles, Montessori style, left over from my 8-year-old. So yes, I know you know 1 through 10, so we're not going to do the small numbers, right? Because we already know those. We're going to practice our tens group. What is this?
70, 40, 50, 60, 30, 80, 90, 100.
Oh, is that 100? Let's think about it. What is it?
200.
20, right?
20.
20. What's that last one?
10.
10. Good job. Now, if I take my 30 and I put a 9 there, what is it?
39.
Very good. Now, if I take, let's say, a 6 and I put it there, what is it now?
36.
Oh, you got it. What if I have a 4 and then a 3?
43.
You got it. Good job. All right, she's working on her last book of this. She has done A and B. She's almost done with this. It's a good phonics review before we start our all about reading. Good. Let's move it over. All right, so draw a line from the picture to the letter it ends with. Remember to listen for the last sound. So the first picture is a web. What's the last sound you hear in web? W-E-B.
Mom, look.
There is a spider on that web, isn't there? But we're looking at the web. What's the last sound you hear in the word web? W-E-B.
Blah.
B. So what letter makes a B sound?
Thank you, Mama.
You're welcome. What letter makes a B sound?
B.
B. So where's a B on here? Can you draw a line from the spider web to the B? Very good. The thing we're going to work on is math, and I do use a little bit of the good and beautiful. I don't use every single step of the lesson. Honestly, it's not overly impressive to me. I know they're revamping this, so I'm not going to really go into details of that, but we do pick and choose some things out of here that I think are helpful. So one thing she does enjoy is the days of the week and the months of the year.
Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 7 days in a week.
And again, this is free on their website.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Now, for example, it does use art, which I like. I like the introduction of art, but it just seems kind of randomly in there. Like, oh, this is a picture by Monet, and we're going to be doing a lesson with flowers. So I enjoy beautiful artwork, but again, it just seems like extra fluff that doesn't really need to be in there if it's not really explained well. So we're going to try another one. Let's say you like to collect rocks, okay? So I'm going to collect 2 rocks. How many rocks are you going to collect? How many do you think you're going to pick up? I picked up 2. How many are you going to pick up? It can be any number you want. How many?
Mommy, I can't count to 100.
I don't have 100 blocks though. But I guess, okay, if you won, we got 100 rocks, okay? You picked up 100 rocks and I picked up 2 rocks. So if we put all those together, we would have 102 rocks, because 100 plus 2 is 102 rocks, right?
Yeah, Mommy, I got a lot.
This is the worksheet, and again, I have no issue with this. I think this is a good review, so we're gonna do some sunflower math, all right? So we're gonna do, just like on our mat, we're gonna add our different parts together. So how many parts do we have on this side?
3.
3, okay? How many do we have on this side?
2. 1.
1. So how many do we have all together?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4. Do you want to write 4 or do you want me to? You gonna do it? All right, show me how you write your 4.
Mama, I just took it out of here.
Yeah, next time it'd be nice to ask them. Can you make your 4, please? That's a very nice 4. All right, how many do we have on this side? All right, it is 10:40. My 8-year-old has finished her lunch, and she has to be on her iPad at 11:30 for her ELA Zoom, so English Language Arts Zoom with her teacher. So she will have free time till then. She usually goes and plays outside for a little bit. My 4-year-old has just started her lunch, and she'll finish that up and go play with her sister. And usually my 1-year-old is sleeping by now, but he decided he doesn't want to do that, so I'm going to go check on him and see if he needs anything. But yeah, just check in with you guys. Alright, so apparently my 1-year-old needed a diaper, but he's back down, laying down for his nap. So at this time, I usually have a little snack, favorite snack. And I wanted to mention that since my husband has Mondays off, sometimes he will do preschool with my 4-year-old if I have like grocery shopping, doctor's appointments, kids going to things, you know, dentist appointments, different things like that. If I have to be elsewhere, he will take over and do that, which is really nice. And I think it needs to be talked about here that he does contribute to his child's education. You don't see a lot of dads on these homeschool channels, but yeah, he does it. I think it's good. My daughter gets to spend some time with her dad, and I think it's good for her to get a different perspective, a different teacher, because he brings different things to the table than obviously I do. So he does help with that, but right now we're working at a garden project, and that involves a lot of heavy lifting. So he's outside taking care of that. I'll show you guys that in a little bit when I go out to help him. But he's taking care of the garden. Well, I did that part. But usually Mondays he's doing the preschool unless I have him doing something. This is the project we've been working on. This is what my husband's out here been doing. Say hi. So we put some, well, I say we, but really he. This is a little area behind our garage, so put some garden beds. These are just from Menards. They're the steel. We have organic soil in all of these. We have the plant starters already ready in the house, so we're gonna start with 3. We will start with tomatoes, bell peppers, cucumbers. And then we were looking for a way to hold down this. This is to keep the weeds out. We have very viney weeds that grow all through this area, and it's extremely hard to garden and constantly pick them, so we just put this tarp down. But we need something to put it down, keep it down. So these were on sale, $1 a piece, and I thought it would be fun for the kids to put some dirt in here, and they can grow their flowers here. We have an entire thing of sunflowers we're gonna put along here. They're already pretty big. They're like that big. And then the kids can just put whatever they want here. They have packets of flowers or whatever, but I think it'll look really nice and it's coming together. So I'll show you a little later when the kids put the sunflowers in. Alright, it is noon, and while I wait for my lunch to heat up in the oven, I usually just have leftovers, taking care of some random stuff I need to do. I gotta pay some bills. I need to put a thread up return together because something I ordered didn't fit, so I have to put that in the mail. And yeah, it's a good time since my kids are currently occupied. My daughter's still in her ELA. My 4-year-old's reading books. My 1-year-old is finally napping. So this is the time that I'll take care of that stuff. Give you guys a quick shot of what I'm having for lunch. Just leftover ham bone soup and some leftover watermelon from last night's dinner. It is 12:30. I just finished lunch. My girls had lunch. My husband had lunch. My son will have lunch when he wakes up, but right now I'm gonna tackle this load of laundry. I did put it in the dryer sometime earlier. I didn't film that. But again, my goal is to get an entire load of laundry, which includes putting it away, done in one day.
Mama.
All right, it is 1 o'clock, and my daughter is going to be doing her story time at the library, obviously virtually. Our local library provides a little story time bag with activities and stuff to follow along, and then the librarian actually does a YouTube video that the kids she reads stories and they do a craft project together. So I usually just project it to my TV, and she goes along and does that. And I think it's a wonderful thing the library is providing, and my 4-year-old really enjoys it. So she's gonna be doing that for probably about the next 10-15 minutes. All right, we were outside, got some flowers to plant. We have some leftover Easter lilies that we're gonna put in the ground, and then my daughter picked this little purple guy out that she wants to put in the front here. So we're gonna get this little area ready here and plant them. And in this, my husband and daughters are just planting the sunflowers in those concrete blocks. We had put the dirt in there and they're just putting them in there. It is 3 o'clock. We spent a couple hours outside taking care of the gardening and planting, so we came inside. My 1-year-old's finally eating after his nap. We're gonna do a read aloud. And I'll probably just do a chapter, and then we will do our Spanish, because that's what we do on Mondays. We do Spanish Mondays and Fridays. All right, we just finished our read aloud, so we're gonna move into Spanish. And how I do Spanish, I break it up into 2 days. The first day we go over the vocab, the songs, and then do one of the worksheet pages. And then the second day on Friday we'll go over the rest. So I start by just going over what we learned last week, the phrases we learned, and then we'll listen to all the songs from last week, and then I'll put up the new phrases and we'll listen to the new songs. All right, let's go over what we have learned so far, okay? So, what is hola?
Hello.
Adios.
Goodbye.
Maestro.
Teacher.
Studente.
Students.
¿Dónde está?
Where is?
All right, ¿cómo te llamas?
Where are your name?
What is your name, right? And then you would say, yo me llamo, and then you would insert your name, right? So that is what we learned last week. So let's listen to the songs from last week.
Here comes my master.
Hola, hola.
Teach us the students. Away goes my master. Adios. Goodbye, students. Goodbye, students. Here comes my master. Hola, hola. Teach us the students. Away goes my master. Adios. Goodbye, students. Goodbye, students.
All right, so I just have them do the worksheet. I just copy it, and it just goes over the basics of what we just learned, punctuation, and then they just trace this, follow it, and then there's a fill in the blank. Fill in the blank I will obviously do with my 4-year-old, but my 8-year-old can handle it completely fine on her own, and that is all we do for Spanish. All right, so my 8-year-old has finished her Spanish, so she's just doing a page of this, and we do this just to help with practicing writing. So she's down there working on that paper right now. And then my 4-year-old said she wanted to do it too, so I told her she could just color it, and then she can just tell me the answers. So she's working over there on that. And that's my 1-year-old. And a tip I have for when they're writing is I printed out this from Handwriting Without Tears. It's free if you go on the website, but it shows how to make all the capital lowercase letters again in case they forget, because she's working on, you know, uppercase where uppercase needs to be, lowercase where lowercase needs to be. So it's just a little reminder. I do the same thing with her cursive, which she actually does with Handwriting Without Tears, is I print out from the website again just the steps to go through it in case she forgets. That way she can just reference it while she's doing her page, and it's less frustration there. So a little tip there. All right, and that wraps up pretty much the schooling part of our day, and it ran late. It's almost 4 right now, but that's just because we spent about 2 hours outside gardening and planting and different things like that. But they finished their Spanish, their writing. Right now they're upstairs picking up their rooms, because before they are allowed to have their screen time, rooms need to be cleaned up, laundry needs to go in the hamper, water bottles need to come downstairs, all that stuff, and toys obviously need to be picked up. So they're working on that, and they get 30 minutes on their tablet, and then they get to watch 30 minutes of a TV show. So this is kind of their free time now to do what they want, and this is my time to take a breath, have some water, and relax. All right, it is 6 o'clock, and dinner is ready. We are just having stuffed peppers tonight with some tortilla chips and avocado. And my husband feels the need for me to explain to you guys that he in fact shaved his beard. So that's why his beard has changed from super fluffy from the last video to clean shaven. Right? Right?
I want to wash my hands.
So, thank you for watching this day in the life. I hope you enjoyed it. That's my exit. This is how my 1-year-old felt about dinner. It is literally everywhere. And he has one of those plates that stick to the table, but no, he just threw it everywhere.